All right, hey guys, welcome to Team Forever Strong's weekly team call. Today is Thursday, April 13th, and we have a special guest speaker tonight, my corporate mentor, Jeff Mathewson. He is in charge of the 9 to 14 star diamond coaches in the Northeast region, and he's awesome. And for those of you guys who were just at our Super Saturday in Framingham, you guys had the pleasure of being able to meet him and hear him speak. So before I turn things over to him, a couple important announcements that I wanted to go over for you guys. So first of all, I wanted to welcome any brand new coaches onto the team. We're excited to have you guys here. You're joining an incredible team, and we are excited to be with you guys on this journey. So congratulations for taking that step to be a part of this awesome team. I also wanted to take just a minute to kind of congratulate. So if you guys have any successes from your team, like not just like Success Club and, rank advancements and things like that, but I'm really trying hard to recognize other things. So for example, I wanted to congratulate Michelle Rod for, getting super vulnerable and making a post on her wall, really just sharing her story. That is so important to be able to do that. And it's hard and it's really scary, but it really does touch so many lives when you share within what's going on. People can really relate to that. So great job, Michelle. That was an awesome post. I got to share it into the team page so that you guys can check it out. Also wanted to congratulate, I have some brand new coaches on the team too, Angela and Mila, who were able to help get their very first person started on their health and fitness journey. So I'm really pumped up for them. They're on cloud 9. The momentum has just begun, and they're excited. So you guys know how it feels when you get that very first person on board and it's like, yes, I can take over the world. So it's just the beginning, guys. Also wanted to congratulate too Jackie as well. She's one of my newer coaches, and she's pregnant. She's got another little one at home, and she's really just putting herself out there, posting on social media every single day, getting vulnerable, being real, and just really leading from the heart. So great job, guys. Does anybody have anybody else that they'd like to congratulate?
My coach, Angela, got her first discount code, or active coach actually, signed up.
Whoa, that's awesome. Congratulations.
One coach closer to Emerald.
Yeah, that's where it begins. That's so exciting, guys.
I want to recognize Lindsay, who's on the call. She has taken on the daunting reset. So she is just a few days in, but she's awesome. She's gagging down those power greens. And I'm just super proud of her for taking that on, because it really is a challenge. It took me 2 years to commit to that. And she's been, I don't know how many months you're in it now, Lindsay, but not even a year yet. And she's taking it on. So I'm super proud of you.
Oh, that's awesome. You got that. It's definitely a mind, I've done it a couple times, and it definitely does take, you got to be like mentally prepared for it, and then you get into it. And I'm telling you, that's my favorite program, guys, out of all of them. Like, I have never felt better than when I've done the reset, like flat out. That's the best one. So keep it up.
I want to give a shout out to Kristen, who made it through qualifying for her 1 week diamond. And so she is officially 1-star diamond. So she's been working her tail off and has been bringing on active coaches. Like, she will for sure be like blowing it up, like big time. So nice job.
Oh, that's so awesome. Congratulations, Kristen. I am not surprised. It's amazing. Anybody else, guys?
I have one too. One of our newer coaches, Jen Camijo, earned a call with Carl Deichler for being a business starter. So
that's fantastic.
So very excited for her.
Congratulations. That's so exciting. And do we have any other rank advancements? I know I saw some emeralds pop in the group today. Anybody on who can shout them out? I can't remember the names off the top of my head.
You asking new coaches or new emeralds? Sorry.
Yeah, new emeralds.
Okay.
New emeralds. I think I saw Cody. Maybe it was Lena's coach, Cody Black. Okay. So congratulations to Cody Black for becoming an emerald coach. That's exciting. Anybody else, guys? All right, we got that down, Pat. So awesome success, guys. Just going to keep leading with the heart. Like, keep remembering your purpose and why you're here. That's really what's going to drive you. And just keeping that excitement. That is key to it. People are drawn to your energy and to your excitement. So if you keep that and you keep it going and keep those, doing those vitals every day, you're going to build an awesome business for yourself. All right, so a couple announcements here. We have, and I'm sure you guys probably already heard, but we have the brand new 2 new vegan Shakeology flavors that were just released, which I actually just ordered my vegan vanilla bag, and vegan cafe latte, which is awesome. Super pumped because vegan chocolate is actually my favorite. So everyone's going to be pumped to be able to try these 2 new flavors. So we have that. We also have 2 new programs. We have Shift Shop, which is going to be released at Summit. And then we have the UV2, which is going to be available on Beachbody On Demand. Is it next month, Jeff? I want to say, yeah, next month. Okay, next month. Guys, Diamond Retreat. I'm not going to go into this too much here, but Diamond Retreat is coming up, guys. I have this enormous house booked to fit like 27 people in it on, June 3rd. We want you there. Okay, so it's so important that you get yourself to these exclusive events, guys, because you're going to get top-notch training. Your business is going to grow after being a part of this. So one of the requirements is that you hit Success Club this month and obviously next month, and that you are Wake Up a Paid Diamond Coach on May 25th, I think it is. All right, you guys can do this. You just have to put your head down and go. And we're going to have a guest speaker in a couple of weeks who's a brand new coach who was able to get to Diamond in under 2 months by just taking massive action. And I can't wait for you guys to hear from him. So that's another whole call, but it can be done, guys, if you're doing the right actions every single day. So we want you there. I want you there. The team wants you there. Everyone who was there last year knows how amazing it was. So I am super pumped. I'm in the midst of planning it all and getting the caterer and, organizing all these fun things for us. So can't wait for that, guys. Also, Success Club 10 needs to be locked in by tomorrow if you are going to Punta Cana and you want to be able to get the photo up. All right, so time to get cranking. And also Success Club Party at Summit. You need to hit Success Club this month and next month with a combined total of 20 points in order to be able to go to the Summit Success Club Party, guys. The more of us there, guys, the better. So anyways, lots of cool things coming up. I am going to turn it over to Jeff because this is a huge privilege, guys, because to be able to have, someone from corporate come on here and, he talks to all like top leaders all in the Northeast. He's got so much knowledge. He knows exactly the action steps and things to tell you to help you have success. But now you just need to do it. Okay. So we're going to hand it over to Jeff so that he can go ahead and inspire us for the night. So thank you so much, Jeff, for being here. I know with the time change, it's probably like dinner time and all that jazz at your house. So super appreciate it.
Hey, it is definitely dinner time at the Mathewson household. I wish Zoom had an interactive smell feature right now because my wife, Nicole, who's going to be in Punta Cana. I know not everybody is, so I don't want to make people like, oh man, I wish it was there. For those that are on the call, they're going to be there. You'll get to meet Nicole. Okay, that's my wife. She is actually smoking salmon on our grill right now. She's the little sous chef of the family, so I just get to reap the benefits. So I wish you could smell I almost said stench. That's bad. The scent, the aroma, not the stench, the aroma coming from the kitchen area. So should be pretty good. I'm excited. But I'm excited to be on the call, guys. I know I got to see some of you out at our Super Saturday event this past weekend out there in the Boston area. I see Craig cooking up some good food, some good eats. Hopefully the Sox got a win today, my man. Yeah, they did. All right, got a head nod. Good to see some others on here as well that I know well. I won't call out everybody, but Carrie, good to see you. It has been 10 days as well. Okay. Lauren is giving me applause every time I say a word. So I'll shout out Lauren. Jackie Huerta is another coach. It's just, you're all great coaches. Okay. And it's my privilege to be able to be on Team Forever Strong's call tonight and hopefully get to share a couple more bits of insight, strategy, knowledge that, that I've learned from other coaches, other leaders and entrepreneurs. What I'm going to share tonight is some of my thoughts, some of their strategies, and hopefully it sparks something. Whether you're seeing a lot of momentum, hopefully it can help you continue to catapult on that. If you're struggling a bit, how do I get that mojo going? How do I get the momentum building back up again? If you're a long tenured coach, if you're doing this for a few years, or Angela just signed up her first discount coach, okay? Whether you're just, you're in the trenches, you're doing it, no matter where you're at, hopefully something that I share strikes a chord. And if it doesn't, My bad. But message me and we can chat some more if not. For those that don't know me, if we're not connected at all online, I'm going to just drop my Facebook, whatever, link. Reach out. Let's connect. Let's get connected online. If you guys ever need anything, questions, insight, I'm the Northeast Director of Sales, so you guys are my peeps, okay? Anything from Washington, D.C., all the way to the Canadian border and as far west as Ohio, you're in my sphere. So feel free to reach out, hit me up, questions, ideas, whatever. I just want to make sure that you know myself and my team, Kevin, Sean, Lacey, Larson, are here to help you guys however we can, okay? And I say that because you guys really are the ones that fuel this. You're the ones that drive this whole ship known as Beachbody, known as coaching, known as Team Beachbody, right? It's you guys. You are the ones that make this run, and it's really our privilege to get to work for you. So I want to share a couple things tonight. I know some of you were at Super Saturday and got your sweat on with Autumn and had to hear me yap for about 20 minutes or so. I'm going to share a couple things that you will have seen there, but repetition is the mother of all teaching tools, right? Repetition is the mother of all teaching tools. You've heard me say that before. I just did it again. Now it's up here. Okay, but I'll share a couple thoughts. My top 6 tools or strategies I feel that every entrepreneur, not coach, but every entrepreneur needs to have a successful business. Okay, it'll apply to coaching. It will. Don't worry, because that's what we're about. Okay, so I'm going to pull up a little presentation, but before I do that, I just want to thank you guys. I know some are, in the kitchen. I know some have the kids, on their lap or on the floor next to them. My kids are somewhere. My wife's taking care of them. They'll probably pop in and say hi. But I just appreciate you guys making the sacrifice to be on the team call. I don't even want to call it a sacrifice, but making it a priority, right? To be on here, to hopefully take something away and invest in your business and invest in your teams, okay? And so I just appreciate it because I get it. There's a lot going on and there's a lot to balance. And so we'll try to make this quick and to the point and powerful and impactful and just appreciate everything you guys do. So in fact, right on cue, there's my little one looking right through the mirror. You want to say hi? She just said hi. Okay. We'll see if she comes in here. But I'm going to pull this up real quick. And Kathy, I'll send you this little slide deck. If people take notes, great, go for it. But some people are like, hey, what did that slide say? Or what did it show? Can you hook me up? I'll get it over to you actually tomorrow morning because as soon as I'm done, I'm going to go eat salmon with my family. So I'll get it to you and you can share it. But I want to pull this up real quick, guys. It's an exciting time to, yes, be a Beachbody coach, but to be an entrepreneur. It really is. Like, I was, at my in-laws last night on the TV. It was Shark Tank. And I know you guys have seen this. You've probably seen an episode or heard about it. I mean, you've got that avenue. You got all these people around the world that have great ideas for products, for services, for businesses, for just company ideas. And there's no better time. And I'm guessing that 50, 60 years from now, we'll probably say there's no better time than now, right? But in my opinion, there's really no better time than now to go for it, to launch something, to start something, right? Fortunately, you as coaches, you have an avenue through which you can launch a business with the Beachbody, okay? And yes, the corporate guy's saying that, so I'm going to promote us a little bit, but you have the avenue and forum that's proven that works in your hands, in your capable hands, I should say, and you can run with this thing and make it successful, okay? Your coach on this call, Kathy, her and you, this team has made Team Forever Strong a successful team and business. You can do the same thing for your team and your coaches and your own business, okay? And it's possible. And if you've been doing this for a few years, great. Kudos to you. You're just getting started. In fact, Kathy Reuter, guess what? You're brand new at this too. And I mean that. We all are. As entrepreneurs, we're just getting started. Some of you have heard me talk about these guys. It's taken them a long time to be the world leader in everything electronics and communication and data and whatever else. I don't know technology, so I'm just making it sound like I'm smart. I'm not. It's taken them a while. As entrepreneurs, we're brand new at this thing. Some of you have been coaches for a few years. Great. As a coach, you've been doing this for a little bit. We're still learning. And every single day, my invitation for you, if you get anything out of this call besides the fact that Mathewson needs a haircut, which I do, I want you to get out of this that every day is a new day with your business. Treat every day as day one of your business. Okay? One, it takes a little bit of pressure off of you from having to be perfect every day. No, just be you, okay? Be you and be successful. But two, it gives you a fresh approach. Like if I was starting my business day one, what would I make sure to do? What would I get in place? What are the like non-negotiables I would make sure to execute on? And some of you are probably saying, I don't know. That's why I came on the call. Give me some ideas. I will. But approach it like that, okay? It'll help you avoid getting complacent and comfortable, which is the opposition of progress and momentum, okay? But it'll also help you be a little more confident in what you're doing, okay? If you go in every day with a huge task list and you only hit 2 of the 10, man, you're going to feel pretty crappy about it. Hopefully not. I don't want you to. You don't have to be perfect. Just get better every single day. Start your business day one every day, okay? I'm done on my soapbox. Here's the presentation. All right. Let me pull up this fun little PowerPoint real quick. And again, I know some of you are at Super Saturday. All of you should be at the next one. If you weren't, make sure to be there September 23rd. And they're all over the country. For those who are in Massachusetts, there's going to be another one up there. For those that aren't, they're everywhere. So hit me up or go to the FAQ, type in Super Saturday. It'll show all the locations. Okay. So you guys can see this, and this looks like a familiar slide for those that are Super Saturday. I'm going to share a couple reasons real quick. Why Beachbody? Why now? Why be an opportunistic entrepreneur and go for it? This slide, guys, I love it. And some of you saw it. I know. Okay. These are the top 10 New Year's resolutions for 2017. I can't remember if I pulled this from like Forbes or Fortune or Wikipedia. No, I didn't pull it from there, but I pulled it from a source, okay? But this goes over the top 10 New Year's resolutions, and just kind of scan over these real quick, guys, and look at them and ask yourself, does what I have to offer as a coach or as a leader or as an entrepreneur help address any of these needs? And I'm not going to go through all 11 of them, but I've gone through all 11 of them multiple times and I've shown this slide, and we do help address every single one of those. Some of them maybe not so directly as others, like quitting smoking or finding the love of my life. I did a training one time, and no joke, I said, well, we don't really have a dating service, but there was a coach that raised her hand and said, actually, my husband and I met in a challenge group, so it does do that. So we do address all these, okay? Point is, guys, look at this. New Year's resolution, top one, lose weight, healthier eating. Duh, that's our wheelhouse. Life and self-improvements. Accountability, personal development, challenge groups, bam, we address that one. Better financial decisions. Well, guess what? You can have your own startup business for now $160 is your all-access on-demand challenge pack, or $99 if you just get the challenge pack, right? I'm not going to mention other companies, leggings. It is thousands of dollars to start up your company, and that's not bad. It's good, and they're successful, and kudos to them. $160 to start a business is pretty unreal. My wife has a startup business right now with her sister and her mom. It's a wedding dress business. If you ever know anybody who needs a wedding dress out in Utah, hit us up. We got you taken care of. Okay, there you go, honey. I just promoted your business to a bunch of East Coasters. But they've got a startup, guys, and they see some good success, and there's an investment. There's a financial investment, okay, and there always will be. Fortunately, with Beachbody, it's not too much, and anyways, it's a good time to be a coach. We address those needs, okay? Here's another reason why I think it's a good time to be a coach. I just mentioned it. All the workout programs and Shakeology, $160. Guess what? That helps address a lot of those resolutions. Oh, there's some chat. Sorry, I didn't see that. I don't know if there's questions or comments saying, shut up, dude. You're talking way too much. Beachbodysingles.com, Craig. We're working on it. We're working with farmersonly.com, but there's some licensing agreements, okay? Okay. I got to move the chat box now. Sorry, let me move it. Okay. $160. Pretty sweet deal right there, okay? And for those that were Super Saturday, you saw my example, okay? When I was driving through Boston going to Super Saturday, I stopped at a Marshall's to find a Red Sox shirt for part of my presentation, right? Some of you are like, oh, I'm sharing this again? Yes, because I love this example. And on the shelf at Marshall's were some of our products that we launched back in the day when we had, I don't know why I'm doing this, P90X. You get my point here. We launched P90X, and there's all these little assortment, like accessory tools we put out there, okay? Look at this, P90X training station with core strength and rehab tool. Guess what? It's a foam pad that you sit your tush on. That's what it is for $25. These are the pictures I took with my phone. Okay, that's why they're such high quality, because I have like an i4 or whatever it is. $25 for a pad to sit on. Oh, it helps you strengthen your core too in rehab. Or $30, you get all our programs, all of our trainers right in your living room, right on your phone, right on your tablet, wherever you want, anytime, anywhere. I'll take all access on demand over the pad. Okay? $17 for weighted gloves and a double under jump rope. It's a jump rope and they're gloves. Okay? Point is, you guys understand the value. And I know you guys were talking about this with the all access pack, but just to put in perspective, guys, unreal. An unreal opportunity to get this out to the masses, to get every home, like Carl's vision is to have 10 million bod users in the next, I can't remember, I think it's like 1 or 2 years. We can get there, okay? And it's a unique opportunity that you have to be able to take that to people. Kathy shared it earlier. We have the 2 new flavors of Shakeology. That's rad. That's cool. We're going to continue to be innovative with products. We're going to continue to come out with products that fill needs, that fill desires, that address situations with people. The performance line we came out with, okay, there was a need there. We're going to continue to do that. I won't say what products and what we come out with, or else I won't have a job, but you get the point. We're going to continue to stay ahead of the game. Some people ask, well, when are you guys going to launch anything? Aren't you ever thinking about that or working on that? I'm telling you, our R&D and our product development team, guys, they're working years out. Like, they're so far ahead of the game that it's crazy. I haven't seen anything like it in the 10 years I've been in the industry. Pretty cool stuff. Another reason, programs, workouts. We're going to continue to put those out on BOD, as well as new super trainers, okay? Those will be in Punta Cana. You'll get a workout with that guy and his large arms. They are large. They're bigger. His arms are like as big as my thighs. I'll just say that, okay? Innovation with our products and programs. We talked about the importance of BOD in every household, okay? Think Netflix or Hulu or whatever, but health and wellness. And that's where we want to be. That button that everybody pushes, that app that everybody has right at their fingertips. And you are the caveat, you are the avenue, you are the agent of change that can help take this to others. Okay? This one's fun, and this got a little hoot and holler at the Super Saturday event. International expansion. Guys, we are a $1.6, $1.7 billion company in just the United States and a little portion of Canada. Most network marketing companies, direct selling companies, health and wellness companies, however you want to refer to them as, would die. That's not a good term. They would just, I don't want to say die, that's negative. They are chomping at the bit to be able to have that type of growth and revenue and success in the United States. Most of them are successful in Asia or Europe or South America. Guys, we're not there yet. But when we do it, we're going to do it smart, we're going to do it legally, and we're going to do it aggressively. And you best believe that we're going to be doing it here soon. So, good time to be an entrepreneur? Absolutely. Great time to be a coach? You better believe it. All right. I'm going to skip these because some of you saw them at Super Saturday. The stories, that's what makes this whole thing work. That's why it's so fun to be a coach right now and to own your own business, right? It's the results, it's the transformations, it's those messages you get from your challengers saying, hey, Katie, thanks for so much for getting me in this group. I've lost 5 pounds in a week or 2 weeks or a month. I don't care what the time frame, but I feel great. I have more confidence. I believe in myself. I feel part of a bigger purpose. That's what it's about. And those stories are phenomenal, okay? But we're going to talk about some action items. I don't need to sell or tell or explain why it's a great time to be a coach. I want to give you some action items, okay? There's going to be a call to action coming out of this call, okay? But that was to kind of set the stage of, am I in the right place? Am I doing the right things as an entrepreneur, as a coach? Yes. And all this is good and gravy and good and great and wonderful and everything. International expansion, new products, opportune times. If you don't do anything about it, doesn't mean a thing. You heard me at Super Saturday for those that were there. I said act, action, do something. Take notes, great. Go and act on them. This picture is a little scary. Has anybody heard me share this story before? This is what I look like when I'm not wearing a hat. I look like a used car salesman with my hair slicked back, all right? That's me, and the guy next to me is named Gary, okay? Now, Gary is my guitar teacher. Yes, I'm taking guitar lessons thanks to my wife. She's great like that. For the longest time, guys, I've always wanted to learn to play the guitar. When I was 12 years old, my dad had a guitar. And look, I can actually show you the guitar. Look, it's right over there. See? fun. My dad had a guitar in our house, and it would sit on his little stand, and he played it. He could play really well. But I always told myself, I want to play the guitar. My friends could play, in high school, they'd play around the campfire, and all the girls would swing over them, or they could just play anything on demand. I'm like, I want to play the guitar. That's a talent. That's a cool thing I can always do, even when I'm old. So back when I was that age, we had dial-up modem for the internet, and I used my little dial-up modem, and I got online, and I printed a page that said basic guitar chords, okay, and another page that was easy to learn guitar songs. And the one song that printed out, because we ran out of paper, but I kept it forever, was Green Day, Good Riddance. Now, some of you are like, oh man, dude, you are old. Green Day song, okay? And every time I pick up the guitar, all the way from 12 to 24, yes, I lived with my parents, so I was about 24, I was going to school saving money. That's another story. I'm a big boy now. I live on my own. But those 12 years or 11 years or whatever it was, I had those two pieces of paper, okay? And every time I pick up the guitar, whether it was once a week, multiple times a week, once a month, I don't know, I wasn't consistent, but every time I did it, what did I refer to? What did I practice? Basic guitar chord paper and Green Day paper. And every time I pick up the guitar, I would go to. And guess what? After 12 years, you get pretty good when that's all you practice. And so when I go to see Gary, this guy right here on the screen, he says, all right, Jeff, let's see what you got. Let's see what you know how to play. You said you play a little. I'm like, yeah. And guys, I played that Green Day song flawlessly. I was like looking at Gary, talking to him, and I play my simple little 2-finger basic chords, and I'm like, I nailed it. In my head, I'm like, I nailed it. I'm like, I don't even need lessons. And he's like, okay, that's really good. Like you didn't even mess up, dude. And then he's like, let's try something. Let's be a little more dynamic. And this is before I broke my finger, okay? So imagine this is not broken. He said, let's put that third finger in a chord, okay? And let's throw this pinky up here higher on the neck of the guitar. Guys, I literally could not do it. My muscle memory would not allow my hand or fingers to move like that because I had never done it. And I went to play it, and it sounded like I broke the strings on the guitar. It was like, just horrible sound. And I tried for like the next 10 minutes to get it, and I could just feel him like watching me like, okay, try it again, Jeff. Do it here. And he humbled me a bit. So after that, I'm like, okay, Gary, how do I learn guitar quicker? How do I cut corners? How do I build this thing so I can be a really good guitar player fast and be dynamic? He's like, dude, it takes 2 things. And you're not going to like these answers. And when he told me these answers, I thought this applies to entrepreneurs and coaches 1,010%. Okay? Said first, takes this little word that I know we all hate and we hear all the time from our coaches and our leaders and ourselves. Consistency. He's like, you've been consistent, okay, for 12 years. Now, did you practice every day? No. If you would have, you probably would have been a whole lot better. But he said, you've been consistent, but guess what you've been consistent on? Basic guitar chord, paper number 1, and Green Day. And you're really good at it. But he says, to learn the guitar, you have to be willing to consistently practice and do the hard things, the difficult things. That's what we need to do as entrepreneurs and coaches. That's my first suggestion of the night. Consistently practice the hard things. If you're good at making a post about your workout, great. Keep doing that and ride those strengths. But if you are scared as all get out to talk to new people outside of a challenge group, that is a hard thing that you need to consistently do every day so it becomes a strength, okay? He says you've got to be consistent in doing the hard things in order to grow, be successful, and then be able to show others or teach others. Second thing he shared, now I'm in my humble states, sitting here in Gary's basement trying to learn the guitar. He shares this little tidbit, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm not going to learn the guitar. This sucks. But then I remember, no, that's what I tell my coaches all the time. I can do hard things. I ask them to do it. I can do this. Gary says it's going to take time. And time, guys, is something that we cannot control. You can't make time speed up. You can't make it slow down. You cannot control it. It's going to happen. But you can influence it, right? And over that 12 years that I played the guitar, I got really good at the 2 things that I consistently practiced. And even though I didn't always give it time, over the course of time, I got it down. And that's what he said. He's like, the guitar, it's funny like that. If you consistently practice the hard things and you consistently study and you show up and you struggle and you spend an hour trying to play one note, but boy, when you get it, the next day it's going to get a little easier, and the next day it's going to get a little easier until you can do it flawlessly. Give things time, guys. Being an entrepreneur is not a quick win. Sorry, I don't care what other people are telling you. in my opinion, you can say, Jeff, you're wrong on this, that you can't be a quick success as an entrepreneur. It takes time. But if you allow the process to take place and you do all you can to influence it, you can see some pretty solid success. So here are my 6 tips on ways that you can influence time and be consistent as an entrepreneur. Ready, set, go. Where are they? They're right here. I was worried for a sec. Accountability. I'm not talking coaching. I'm talking entrepreneur hat right now, okay? Entrepreneur hats are going on, but it does apply to coaching. My opinion, guys, every entrepreneur needs to have some sort of accountability system, okay? And coaches too, okay? Coaches do as well. But an accountability system for yourself, for your team, for your goals, okay? Is it through your goal setting that you're holding yourself accountable? Do you have a success partner? Whether it's your spouse, a friend, a corporate dude from Utah with really bad hair, I'll be your accountability partner. Share them with me. I mean, I may not always respond right away, but I have coaches all the time say, hey, I'm just sending you my goals. I just want to check in with you. Just if you get a chance to respond, great. If not, I get it, but I know that you see it. And I do see them. I see every message. Find some sort of accountability for yourself. Because if you don't have accountability, those days when it's hard to get up and do your workout and post about it, those days when you talk to, 10 people and no one responds and you feel like a loser and a failure and that you're not doing things right and you shouldn't be doing this, guess what? That accountability factor of, man, I got to do this. Man, I got to push through. Right? You got to have that accountability. I feel like if they're with this coaching thing, Allie, I do too at times. I'm not a coach. And you're going to be like, why is he saying that that's a good thing? I think that's a good thing that you say that because that shows me that you want it. And that shows me that you care. And when we feel like a failure or when we're struggling, it's in that moment that we need to get up the next day and go and do it again and try to get better than the next day. So Allie, I feel you. I hear you. And I bet every single 27 people on this call, they feel you. But you got to keep at it, right? So accountability, number 1. And that's what I invite you guys to look at. Do I have accountability set up? Do I have some sort of thing? Am I reporting back to someone or to myself? Do I have goals? I'm going to give you a little strategy at the end of this call that'll help with this one, okay? Number 2, Allie, you're welcome. You're not a failure. You're an entrepreneur. And guess what? Entrepreneurs fail a lot. Here's a fun stat for you, okay? You're going back to my MBA. This is 2 years ago. I took an entrepreneurship marketing class. Now you're getting me on a tangent, Allie. That's why if you comment, I'll call it out. I did this class. We talked about entrepreneurship and business ideas and launching new businesses. And the stat was, and some of you are going to be like, where did that stat come from? I don't know. It was my professor that shared it, but I remember it. So I'm trusting him. Okay. But he said, there's a number out there on average that when people start a company or try to launch a new product, that it takes like 92 to like 96 different products or ideas or product launches or business ideas before one sticks. And I'm like, well, that's encouraging, teacher. Way to really get us amped up. But it's true, guys. It takes time. It takes failure. With you guys, even though your avenue, Beachbody, and coaching stays the same, you are consistently trying to launch different marketing ideas or ways to brand yourself or ways to build this business. And that's on average that it takes that much. Average. So it could be less. It might be more. Stick with it. Get better every day. And we'll see if we get some good results. Number 2. I already talked about this, but I think as an entrepreneur, you got to be uber consistent on the hard and difficult things. I'm not going to break that one down because I already talked about it with my friend Gary over there, but you got to be consistent. If I own a retail shop with Craig and we sold Boston Red Sox hats or basketball jerseys, because I know Craig loves those, if we had a retail store and we open it like twice a week, well, guess what? It's probably going to be successful because a lot of people like jerseys and Craig's a good salesman, a cool guy to be around. We'll have success, but we'll only see 2 days worth of success. If the shop's not open 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, if it's open 2 days a week for an hour a day, those are the kind of results you're going to see, right? We would kill it. And I'm not saying as entrepreneurs and coaches, guys, you need to be doing this for 10 hours a day or even 2 if you don't have it. With the time that you've got, be consistent in doing the activities that are going to drive it. Don't just do the fun, sexy, this is a hobby type of activity. Do the hard things that, frankly, guys, they're uncomfortable and they kind of suck. Because doing those things are going to allow you to have more time to do all the fun, sexy things and kind of live in the limelight a bit. Number 3, time management. And if any of you are ever like, crap, I would just love like a training on time management or more info on this, I'm going to do a couple of open trainings for a couple teams. And if anybody on this call wants to join it, you're welcome to, on a specific time management strategy. Okay, so I'm not going to break down time management tonight, but look at your business, look at yourself. Do you have a time management structure in place? It can be something seriously as simple as a sticky note that says, here's my task list for today that I'm going to get done in the next hour for my power hour, right? Starting the 4-hour work week. That's a great one. The, what is it? The 12-week year is another one that addresses some of that. The Miracle Morning with the Savers concept. That's another great read. I haven't read it. I've read the Savers part of it, so I'm not going to say I've read it. But the Savers portion of that is really good for time management. But have some sort of time management, guys, for your whole life. In my opinion, it's helpful for your personal life, for your coaching business, for your full-time job, for family. Help kind of get things sectioned off so you know what you're attacking when. Okay? Here's a quick strategy for you. If you're like, I don't have a time management system in place, get one. Okay? Determine your business hours that you have as a coach. And I don't want it to be longer than family time because family's most important. Absolutely 100%. But maybe draw 3 lines on a piece of paper or 4, or however many sections of your life you think you can section out. Maybe one is personal, and that's family, that's me time, that's kids, that's whatever, spouse. One is your coaching, okay? Another column is your full-time job. Maybe another column is, I don't know, PTA, whatever your main columns in life are, section them out, look at your day, and just kind of appoint a certain amount of time for each of those sections, and then break it down. What are the 3 to 5 activities in my personal column that if I get done every day, maybe that's breakfast with the kids. That's one for me. If I have breakfast with the kids, maybe it is being there for dance class on Wednesdays for my little girl. I don't know. If I do those 3 to 5 things, I'm going to tell myself that I was successful. I'm going to tell myself that I did pretty good, and tomorrow I'm going to get even better. Okay? Column, section off into whatever large sections of your life there are. Set time for it, and then 3 to 5 activities that you'll get done during that time frame. That is my Band-Aid approach, and I'm saying Band-Aid because eventually they come off and you have to fix it a little bit more. But that's an easy start. Time management has to be in place. I'm almost done. I'm done yapping, then we'll talk. Number 4, I think every entrepreneur needs to be intentional. Okay, not international. Okay, intentional. Are the activities that you're doing as an entrepreneur, as a coach, are they result based? Okay. Are you doing something with the end goal in mind? Why are you on this call? Did you show up on the call because you know that I should be on the calls and I'm going to learn something? Maybe. But go into a call, man, I'd love to find this out. I'm going to come with this question ready that I've really been struggling with. I can pick the corporate guy's brain on. Or I really want to learn something about networking. And you know what? Maybe something's going to be shared about networking because you're being active in trying to learn this, okay? Be intentional with your conversations with others. You know, am I trying to build a relationship, or am I just trying to make a sale? If you're just trying to make a sale, guess what? That type of relationship is going to build. It's probably just going to be a one-time transaction. Be intentional, genuinely care about these people, build a relationship, and offer a solution to a need they potentially have, or ask them if they know anybody that could benefit from this. Be intentional with your actions and not just doing stuff. Number 5, almost done. Open communication. This one also sucks because it's not natural. And for us introverts out there, it's not necessarily the funnest thing. But open communication in the sense of be open with others. Your team, your challengers, your upline, your people at corporate, your family, your friends. Just open communication, guys. Be willing to communicate and talk and share with them, but be willing to listen too. Those open channels, the more walls you can tear down, it's just free-flowing information, insight, suggestions, encouragement. Open communication is huge as a business owner, in my opinion, but more so, open communication with yourself. Be willing to celebrate yourself and not be so hard on yourself all the time, and actually celebrate when you're actually doing something good, but be willing to be a little hard on yourself when you're getting comfortable, okay? When you find yourself being a little stagnant or going through the motions. Man, how can I really improve? How can I really get uncomfortable and do some hard things today? But remember, I'm going to go back to the positive self-talk. Give yourself some credit. If you have 2 coaches on your team, you are good, you are qualified, you have the credentials, and the abilities to build this thing. If you're a 10-star diamond, multiple time elite coach with an elite team, blah, 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 whatever else you have on your resume, Kathy, that's great. Give yourself credit for it. Don't be so hard on yourself all the time, but also challenge yourself. And I don't mean to call Kathy out, but I get to. All of us, open communication with ourselves, it just allows you to grow and move forward, okay? Number 6, last one. Not be hard on yourself, James. Say what? Yeah, I'm talking to you because I'm talking to myself as well. Guys, when we're hard on ourselves to push us and get better, it's a good thing. When we're hard on ourselves, when it demotivates us and gets us stagnant and frozen, that's a bad thing. Get out of the funk. Number 6, every entrepreneur, whether you're a coach, whether you have a retail store, whether you're online, whatever, guru, you got to be a natural networker. And if it's totally uncomfortable for you to get to know others and talk to people, guess what? That's one of your hard things that you got to start doing every day. How do I move towards becoming a natural networker and just engaging with people, being on the offensive instead of waiting for people to start the conversation with me, right? A lot of us probably feel comfortable engaging in a conversation once someone initiates it. We got to be the initiator. It is hard, Allie. I trust me. Fortunately, I found my wife when I did. I married up, but I am a big introvert when it comes to that whole thing. But luckily, she was a little more extroverted than me, and she facilitated the conversation, and something good happened, right? The same thing with your business, guys. You get the point. Network, network, network. Challenge yourself. I'm going to talk to 2 people today. I didn't talk to anybody. I'm just going to talk to them. I know I got to go to the grocery store and get some groceries. I'm going to talk to that cashier. I'm going to ask how their day was, where they're from, and I'm going to wear insurance and see if they see anything about it. And if they do, so help me, I'm going to tell them what it is. It sounds stupid. It sounds corny, guys. Wherever you're at, start. Get better and get better and get better. Don't be perfect because you're going to fall and fail and it'll be hard on you, but get better each day. Those, in my opinion, guys, are the 6 things that every entrepreneur or coach, okay, should strive to have implemented. So what does this mean for you? And I'm done talking, I promise. Action. See what I did there with the first letters of all these? Acronym. None of these happen without action, without doing something about it. Own your freaking business. Believe that you can do it. Have confidence that you're good at this and take some action, okay? If you don't have accountability in place, that's part of your personal development, is to start crafting. How do I get some accountability going? Man, I really struggle with managing my time. I feel overwhelmed. Okay, I'm going to get a time management system in place for 30 minutes a day. I will bet, I won't guarantee, I don't do that. I'll bet that those 30 minutes that you actually plan and strategize for will be more effective than the 6 hours you were doing just doing stuff before. Be intentional, okay? Those are my suggestions. Here's my invitation for you guys. Look, everyone's still on the call. That means it wasn't too bad, right? I am sharing in this chat box right now, hopefully, a Google Doc, a Google spreadsheet, okay? And it's going to require some of us to get a little vulnerable here, because with the Google spreadsheet, everybody can see it. It's in the Google spreadsheet. So everybody on this call is going to be able to see this thing, including me. I want, totally optional, your call to action is this. On this page, and as you see others sharing this, don't be intimidated. Don't feel like you have to match or you have to do what other people are doing. Do what's best for you. There's 4 sections, okay? 2 of them involve goal setting. 1 of them involves patting yourself on the back and recognizing what we're really good at. And then another one's going to scare the willies out of you, okay? It has 4 sections, and I would encourage you guys by I'm going to say next Thursday, I'll give you a week, okay? Right before the Punta Cana trip. I'll give you a week to go in here and fill in these sections. And it can be a lot if you want, if it helps you, or it can just be something quick. But I want you to share 1. What is your goal as a business owner by Summit? Maybe it's a rank. Maybe it's to run a challenge group of 5 people over 2 people. Maybe it is to, I don't know. It's going to be different for everybody. But what is your goal by our Summit event in July? 2nd, what is your goal by the end of the year? Okay. Little short-term goal, little long-term goal. 3rd one is this, patting yourself on the back. What are your 3 strengths? Like, what's your wheelhouse? What are you good at as a coach? And you can be arrogant in this column. I don't care. Be confident. Own it. exude that confidence. I want to know what your strengths are, because guess what? Maybe there's someone on this team that really struggles with social media and you're an awesome advocate of it. Well, great. Maybe they can ask you for some insight. We're going to build some accountability through this section. The last one, the fourth section, is the one that's going to scare the willies out of most of us. I want you to share your 3 hard things. You may have more than 3, but your 3 weaknesses, the 3 things that scare the daylights out of you when you know you got to do them daily as a coach or as an entrepreneur. Maybe it's talking to people. Maybe it's networking. Maybe it's working out. Okay. Maybe it's drinking your shake because you don't like the flavor. I don't know. Whatever it is, what are the 3 things, your 3 hard things, like me and the guitar? One is going to help me know. And if I can follow up and help in any way, that's great. But you're going to put it out there and the team's going to know. Because as good as I and a leader of a team is, or however you refer to yourself as, you're only as strong as the we. You're only as strong as the team. Okay? You'll only go as far as the weakest person on the team. And I say that with all sensitivity. I'm not saying anyone's weak, but you get my drift here, right? But we can help each other. We can push each other. And when Jen Schultz builds this awesome legacy and this enterprise of a business, guess what? It's going to be in large part because of Michelle Rod or Angela. I'm not even going to try to pronounce Angela's last name, Lamaman. You get my drift. Let's build this together, a we mindset. And so this spreadsheet will kind of help us with that. And I want to invite you guys to use it as a gauge. Okay. And Kathy, if you will have me back on a call when we get closer to Summit, let's revisit some of those. Are those weak things becoming strengths? Okay. And how are we looking with those goals? That's my challenge for you guys tonight. Identify the weaknesses, identify the strengths, set those goals. And you remember what the slide said? Action. Let's go do it. And you guys can be super successful. I'm done yapping. Any thoughts, questions?
This was awesome, Jeff. And we totally need to have you back on for accountability now, to really see now, seeing everyone who's on this call now. We can have you back again now to see, as extra accountability, see who follows suit here. But everything you said this was an awesome, awesome presentation tonight, Jeff. Like, thank you so much. Like, I was getting messages from some of the coaches, like, saying they can't wait to share it with their team too. And I mean, this was really, really good stuff, guys. So just remember, like, I like to recap the call, like, really briefly before I let everybody go. But just remember, like, you know, you're on these calls right now. You're really taking it all in. Like, you're really inspired by everything Jeff is saying. He has really good action steps and things for you to do. Make sure that you don't just let it all sit up here and then don't take action. Make sure you actually put this into action now. Think about that 5-second rule that I've been talking a lot about, guys. You know, you have that, this call is going to end. You haven't done your inviting yet for the day, which is going to be one of the most important activities that you can possibly do to build your business. But you're kind of nervous. Count out loud, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just start messaging somebody, because you literally have that brief amount of time where all of a sudden your brain will creep in and it will be gone forever and you won't do it. Okay, you will hesitate. So just to really recap here, the 6 things here, hopefully you guys wrote them down. I'm sure you did. I took a ton of notes. But accountability for your goals and for yourself, right? Super important. You need to have some form of accountability. You can't just be winging it every single day. Consistency over time. I always talk about that. This is not like, this is, you know, a story of the tortoise and the hare. This is not, you know, you have to be the tortoise here. You got to go slow and steady wins the race, being consistent. Time management. This is where I always talk about how important it is, right? To have those business hours plugged in. Like, this is your business. So you need to know exactly when you're going to be working on this. Being intentional. This was an awesome one. I actually just got off a call. I'm running a Diamond Dash with Candace Talbot, Shane Fryer, and Tara Bialik. And we actually had a guest speaker on. I think it's Haley Christian. I think that's how you say her name. And she was talking about how for the first 2 full years of her business, she stayed at Diamond. And she was stuck at Diamond because she was doing busy stuff. Her idea of thinking that she was working on the business was showing up and posting on social media and responding to people's comments with the occasional adding of people on social media. As you can see, it didn't build her business because those are not the things that build your business. She turned that thing around, guys. She hit like SC 57 last month, because you want to know why? She's doing the right behaviors to build her business. And she went from literally a 1-star diamond to a 9-star qualifying diamond in like 1 or 2 months or something crazy like that. She's no different than you guys. She just had that shift in her mind and started focusing on the right things. So when Jeff was talking about being intentional, when you sit down, are you just doing the easy stuff? You're making those awesome posts because they're easy for you. You like them. You're commenting back and responding to people. But are you actually having conversations behind the scene with people, adding to your network, recruiting people onto your team, right? Open communication and being a networker, getting out there. And if you're nervous, guys, like Jeff said, the only way that you gain confidence is by just taking action and doing it. That's the only way. Like, you don't wake up one day this confident entrepreneur and you're going to take over the world. You get better at it and get more confident by doing the hard, doing the things that you don't want to do. If you have that sick feeling and you think, oh man, I don't know if I should do it, you should do it. That is a good sign that you should just freaking do it and make it happen. And you can't possibly write all these things down and then say that I'm doing all these things, right? And then say that you're not having success as a coach. Because if you are doing these things, like, you can't walk away and take a step back and, you know, take all these months off and say, coaching just didn't work for me, if you didn't actually put these things into play and you weren't actually applying these things. So give yourself an honest gut check, guys, and ask yourself, am I really doing all of these things before you say, I don't really know if this is for me or not. All right. Anyways, thanks so much, Jeff. I don't know if you have time for like one question before you go eat your salmon. Anybody have anything you want to ask? By now it's cold.
Hey, you know what? It's fish. It's meant to be eaten cold.
No. This is an awesome call. I love it. And I love when it's awesome. I mean, all this stuff, it's so great. It's so simple, guys. You just have to freaking do it and stop making excuses for yourself. Seriously. This is ridiculous. We can all do this. You can all do this. The people that you see on the team having success, the people in the network, this Haley girl, is it Hallie or Haley? Do you know how to say it, Jeff? Do you know who I'm talking about? Is it Haley? Hallie? I don't even know.
It's Haley Christensen.
Oh, Haley Christensen. Okay, yeah. Guys,
Yeah.
She's no different. She just chose to actually do the things she didn't really feel like doing, and now she's crushing it. Right? This business isn't going to build itself. You have to put in the work. And it's so worth it, guys. And like I said today, if you didn't check out my live video on the team page, that was really brief. Start to focus on the possibilities of this instead of the challenges. That is the key piece right there. You've got to have that shift. Okay. Yeah, I love that. She's the don't be a... I left that BITCH. Hit send.
Is that French?
I don't even know. I'm just like, I don't want to say it because I'm on the camera right now.
And there's young ears.
And then a little young one.
You're welcome, Maura.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyways, Jeff, thank you so much for being here. We totally appreciate your time. I'm going to definitely invite you back so that we can recap this thing here and hold everybody accountable. My name's going up on that list too, guys. But you guys know I love you. You guys are amazing. Let's go out there, change some lives, lead from the heart. You guys totally got this. All right. Have an awesome night, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.